how you doing today? It's me, David, Jersey Boy Music. As always, living here, I never leave the Beatles corner, or so you would think. Sometimes I go over to my whiskey den and I do those videos, but I usually just hang around here. But we are, of course, collecting the Beatles 101. Today, a buddy of mine is visiting, and he brought with him his copy of the Love album on 2-record vinyl. Beautiful album. Let's take a close-up, one of my patented close-up looks, and we'll come back. I'll give you a little bit of information and my impressions of this album. So, let's watch. Okay, this is the Beatles' Love. This is the vinyl version. So this is my very first time taking a look at this, or discovering it together. Beautiful cover artwork based on the Cirque De Soleil logo artwork for their show. Let's take a look inside the gatefold right now. Alright, so some cool artwork. Looks like we got a booklet right here. And again, I've never seen this before. So some really cool artwork. Rooftop concert. Here's from the show. More stuff from the show, it looks like. So really nice full color booklet. I don't see any real text on it, it's just all pictures. So let us, and there's the song listing, so 2-record set. Now let's take a look at one of the records, see what it looks like. Okay, I just happened to pull out the second of the 2 records. Labels don't look very exciting. It kind of, to me, just looks like a bootleg type of album, record label. But it is indeed the legit record. Heavyweight vinyl, really nice. So you know what, we forgot to look at the back cover, so we're going to do that right now. Alright, here's the back cover, same as the front. Got all the song titles and all that. So I'm going to give you some thoughts back in the Beatles. Alright, there you go, the Beatles. Love, love, love. All you need is love, you know. I've got a hole in my pocket. I'm going to put the record down. I don't want to go with my fingerprints on my buddy's records. Or cover. So, the Beatles' Love. This album was released on November 20th of 2006. It was released on vinyl and CD. I do have a CD copy of it, but I think the vinyl should really be featured. This is what is basically known as a mashup album, if you're not familiar. George and Giles Martin, I think this was the first project Giles Martin worked on, the first Beatles project, did this album for the Cirque Du Soleil Love, what do you want to call it? Not a play. Cirque Du Soleil production. Some of the songs are kind of like a medley, a little medley of songs where, I'll go grab the album again. Like, for example, there's a little medley of Drive My Car that merges into the word, and then What You're Doing. You've got a little mashup of I Want You, She's So Heavy with Helter Skelter thrown in there. And a few others. The one that really sold Paul and Ringo on this whole thing is that the Martins took Within You Without You. Where is it? I know it's on here. Within You Without You. And yeah, so much for preparation, huh? Anyway, Tomorrow Never Knows and Within You Without You. They did a mashup. The guys loved it. And so kind of greenlit this project, which George was originally involved with through his connections with Cirque du Soleil. But by the time they got this together and got to work on it, George had unfortunately died. So in any event, so you have some mashups. You got a few little medleys in there. And you have some beautiful remasters of some of the most important of the Beatles songs, Lady Madonna, um, All You Need Is Love. You've got, and a few others. Just really, really a real beautiful sounding, to my ear, album, 2 record set. And ironically, it's weird. The 2 record set is about a minute or two longer than the CD version. I think that's a first, right? So, what other notes do I have here? That was about it. I'm not sure if the vinyl version is still in print. You might want to check the old interweb, some of the websites like eBay and maybe Discogs, and see if you can find the vinyl for sale. Maybe your local record store will have it. CD, compact disc, or digital download should still be available as well. And even if you have to buy a pre-owned CD, it's going to be a lot less expensive than the vinyl. And your listening experience and enjoyment will be unparalleled. And really, this album and the Yellow Submarine song track before it really opened up the way to get some neat things being done with the Beatles' music and make them sound a bit more modern and cleaned up and remastered for the current generations and generations that follow. So there you are. Neat package. I'm going to have, Drew said he's going to bring that back home with him. I'm going to try to maybe hide it on him. I don't know. But he'll take it back with him. But I'm going to be sure to look for my own copy at some point. So there you go. Until next time, it's me, David, coming to you from the Beatles Corner. If you're looking for vintage vinyl, check me out at jerseyboymusic.net. And I may have something that you're looking for. Recently sold some pretty cool vinyl. I actually sold a Frankie Avalon album to one of his children. That's how big it is, right? So, anywho, until next time, I will catch you soon. I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks again for watching and happy collecting. Thanks so much.